The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas is one of the more famous stories. We all know it. We have our favorite version of film. Mine would be the 1993 version with Tim Curry and Kiefer Sutherland. Well, this version is 1921 with Douglas Fairbanks as D'Artagnan. Now, the film originally had scenes filmed in color. I couldn't find it with the color scenes. So either it hasn't been uploaded with the color scenes, or it's lost. I'm not finding where it is lost, but you know, because there were so many fires. I mean, there was a fire in the 60s, and the 50s, 30s, 40s. It seemed like every decade there was a fire at some point or another with the studios, and so we lost a lot of movies, unfortunately. This film does have a sequel, The Iron Mask, in 1929, and of course Fairbanks also stars in that one as D'Artagnan, and the gentleman who plays Cardinal Richelieu in this film comes back to again play the Cardinal. Now, another gentleman in the cast who plays D'Artagnan's father is Walt Whitman, not to be confused with the famous poet. No, Walt Whitman shows up in a few of Douglas Fairbanks's films, and in fact, he showed up in Mark of Zorro, I think again playing the father. I don't remember exactly who he played, but he also showed up in the film Destiny. And so, but no, he's not the famous poet. I double checked on that. Another interesting thing about this film is this was the film that inspired Douglas Fairbanks's trademark look. The mustache that he had until the day he died is because of this film, because he played D'Artagnan. I could have sworn that it was because of one of his pirate films, but it turns out that it was this film. Now, there was a stunt in this film that was one of the greatest known in early cinema history, or during that time period, I guess. And, you know, you have to consider that there was like Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, and those people who were doing all kinds of different crazy stunts and everything. And then you have Douglas Fairbanks in 1921. He does a one-handed handspring to grab a sword during a fight scene. And so it was, I mean, he was athletic. He was doing all of the, you know, he did a lot of swashbuckler type movies and all of that. And so, but he wasn't Buster Keaton. He wasn't Harold Lloyd. He wasn't. So it was a different thing for him to do in one of these films. Now, I have never been disappointed in a Douglas Fairbanks film because he was such a perfectionist. I mean, and this is once again proof of that, because, you know, this film, this story is like 1600s, 1500s in that time period, and the sets show that. You look, you know, you feel like you're in the castle, you feel like you're in, you know, one of those buildings and everything. I mean, I wish Hollywood were dedicated like that again. I really do. I said it, and I'm not sorry. Oh, it shows his dedication to the craft. I mean, it really does. And the costumes are spot on. They're beautiful, and they're just fantastic, or as you see quite a bit in the film, marvelous. They're marvelous. And but anyway, I love the comedic aspect to it. Yeah, there's a little bit of comedic, and I love it, and that, and so, but anyway, so like I said, we all know the story. I don't really need to delve into that, but this is um, Three Musketeers. It was released in 1921, and it stars Douglas Fairbanks.